We apologize for any technical difficulties we were having earlier. We should be good now. So 3rd and 6 coming up now for Benedictine. Third and 6. Nash gonna hand it off up the middle, and that's gonna be a first down for Farley. Nice carry from the sophomore running back. The Saints are gonna move the chains.
That's a great play by Farley. He's really turned into the lead back for the Saints. He's had a great season, all prep season.
Picked up by kind of Pleasance. It's another first down for the Saints.
Saints go with tempo here, no huddle. Get to the line of scrimmage. They're out of the Benedictine 43.
Khalil Nash from the 43. He drops over the middle. He looks for Jacob Zoller. It's incomplete. Would have been a very tight window. And probably fortunate that it was overthrown as the safety came up. Could have been intercepted. Was it on target?
So I talked to Coach Clellan this week in prep for the game, and he simplified some things for the offense, including Khalil at quarterback. So I think we should see a smoother game from him, not as much indecision, and hopefully it'll pay off for us.
Second and 10. Nash rolls out right. Looks out for Isaac Lepica, but it's off target.
Flag is down. Not sure what it is.
Based on where it was thrown, this might be a holding against Benedictine.
I believe so. We'll see. Yep, defensive holding.
So the Saints are gonna, I guess they're gonna say that as Lepica was coming across on that drag that he was grabbed. Or excuse me, as he was going out on that out route, I guess he must have been grabbed.
Yeah.
So 10-yard penalty. The Saints take over from the Cadets 33 now. The Saints putting together a very nice first drive as Nash will hand it off to Farley. He'll get up the middle and he'll have a couple yards.
Right behind Darius as well.
Yeah, Darius Gray. Last year was on the Max Preps freshman All-American team. He's going to go to whatever college he wants to.
Pretty much.
He has offers from essentially every school you could think of. His offers are as an offensive lineman, but he does also play defensive tackle, as well as he's our starting center on the basketball team. As Nash will give it to Farley. He'll bounce this outside. Michael Farley maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Farley again on the run, stopped by A.J. Jackson.
So now a 3rd and 8 upcoming from the 31-yard line. This will put the Saints in a very tough position as a 48-yard field goal, probably out of the range of Jack's locker.
Sure, I think you're definitely in 4-down territory here.
So 3rd and 8 from the 31. The approach, 5 minutes left to play. Nash drops back. He's going to scramble. Khalil Nash, he'll be dropped in the backfield. Big play by the Cadets defense and an interesting call coming up for Coach Cleland.
Doug Clevert on the stop.
That was a great play there by number 71, Doug Clevert, to get off the block. 4th and 8 here.
And it's looking like the Saints will leave that offense on the field. So an aggressive call now from Coach Cleland early in this game. 4th and 8 from the 31. Khalil Nash rolls out, buys some time, flips it up for Omohundro, and it's overthrown and incomplete.
That was great defense there from the backside of number 33. Tim Simic, got to give him credit for staying home and putting the pressure on Nash to cause that overthrow.
So the Cadets defense bends but does not break, as the Saints putting together a pretty good drive, but they're halted around the 31-yard line, and Cody Shelton will take over now. Shelton is going to hand it off up the middle, and that's Darius Gray in there with the initial contact.
Great play.
He was still engaged with his blocker and stood up Leo Bowling with one arm.
Stop by Darius Gray.
The Saints definitely need more of that. You can't let Bowling get going downhill. You stop that running game, that keeps him in long distance.
As they're going to hand it off to Bowling again. He's going to have a pretty good gain here. Leo Bowling down the sideline. Can Jack Hall run him down? And he will be into the end zone. Benedictine strikes first. Leo Bowling with a big carry. And 6-0 for the Cadets.
Leo Bowling with a 69-yard touchdown on the run.
68 yards from Bowling. We hate to be right, right, Edison, in that situation. Like, we have to be able to control their running game. And again, Leo Bowling had 150 yards over that in our first meeting. So now he's well on pace to do that again. And we have to be able to control the running game.
An extra point is good. So 7-0 Benedictine now. So Saints, very important drive coming up as they need a response.
Farley and Zola deep for the Saints. Kicking off for the Cadets.
Are you using the hotkeys for returns?
Number 48, Cole Drucker.
The Saints now down 7-0. Cleo Nash and that offense going to look to find a way to respond.
We don't stress about you. You're in a new studio. It's your first time in there. Westbrook Honda Drive summary, 2 plays, 69 yards, 53 seconds.
As kickoff goes deep, it'll be into the end zone. So just under 3.5 minutes left in this first quarter. Benedictine strikes first on the big carry from Leo Bowling. So Cleo Nash from the 20, he'll hand it off to Farley. He'll have maybe a yard or two up the middle.
So Tyler Holland on the stop for the Cadets.
inside 3 minutes, first quarter, 7-0 Benedictine.
Nash drops back, 2nd and 9. He has it out to Isaac Lapika, and he's going to be blown up. Really impressive open field tackle by Khalil Moore, and maybe a yard for Lapika on the bubble screen. 3rd and long coming up.
Stop by Khalil Moore.
Even though a modest game, Edison, I still like that play. You rarely see anybody touch the ball other than Jacob and Farley in the back, so it's good to get another receiver involved.
3rd and 8 upcoming now for the Saints, and it's a very big down for them as flags fly. And that's going against the Saints. So those are the mistakes you can't have as a relatively manageable 3rd and 8 now turns into a 3rd and 13. So a 3rd and long coming now. Khalil Nash drops back, and he tried to get it to Zoller, but he missed him. Zoller wouldn't have had much room anyways, even if it was converted, but
Number 19.
we'll bring on Christian Rogers, the junior punter. As Rogers punts it away, it's a low liner. And this could be a very dangerous return for the Cadets, as a really nice tackle there as Freddie Barber returns it inside the 40. It's Deacon Begley and Nate Robertson on the tackle.
First down, Benedictine.
This is a huge defensive possession here for the Saints. Have to have a stop.
Cody Shelton takes a snap. He'll hand it off up the middle, and that's going to be about 4 yards for Riker Cook. His first carry of the night.
Worrell and Curley on the stop.
Michigan 14. No. No, he only wanted the partial score. 1 minute to go, first quarter. Penn State's got 9. 2nd and 5.
Cody Shelton, he'll hand it off to Riker Cook once again, and that'll be a good play by the Saints defense. Walker Turley was the first one in there, but Henry Omahundro, Virginia Cavalier commit, was the one who brought him down.
Omahundro. 3rd down for the Cadets.
Omahundro, one of the 2 Virginia commits on this team. Bryce Neely, the other one, but his is in baseball. And they're going to hand it off once again to Cook, and he will be just short. So a 4th and 2 coming up. Interesting call now for the Cadets.
Yeah, it's actually a first down, Edison.
And that will do it for your first quarter, it looks like. So 7-0 Benedictine. We'll be back for the second quarter. as Riker Cook, he's going to be, excuse me, there's a play fake as.
Sheldon faked the Saints and faked you out that time, Edison.
Yeah. But a really nice tackle there by Walker Turley. But it's going to be a gain of about 8 yards.
Zola on the stop.
Cody Shelton.
Shelton ran for 8 yards there. Doorstep of the red zone for the Cadets.
And they're going to hand it off this time to Riker Cook. He's inside the 10. Riker Cook, huge hit. E.B. Brandon.
There's a flag on the play back on the 20.
Flag on the play.
It's probably a hold on the
Yeah.
Cadets.
Holding against the Cadets.
That will go against Benedictine.
Hold against the Cadets knocks it back to the 30, so a 2nd and 12 now coming up.
So 2nd and 12 now for Benedictine. It'll be a rollout, and he'll get
Cody Shelton on the carry.
just a couple yards. Cody Shelton.
Walker Turley did a great job of really forcing him more to the outside than he wanted to go.
Turley forcing him out of bounds.
I think it was Turley who forced him out of bounds there.
Yeah, I'm surprised he got out of there from Boyd and Turley to get 3 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 9.
Walker Turley's a bit undersized for a linebacker, but he plays like a rocket. As it's going to be a carry up the middle, and Shelton, it will be short. It'll be about a 4th and 3. We'll see what Benedictine chooses to do here.
Shelton tackled by the whole forward wall of St. Chris.
Definitely 4-down territory. They ran that play just to make it a shorter yardage 4th down.
So a 4th and 3 upcoming.
4th and 3 here from the 21.
Shelton fakes it. He'll roll out right. Shelton looks, and that's dropped by Riley Rorty. He was wide open. It was a great throw from Cody Shelton on the run, but Rorty can't come up with it, and the Saints force a turnover on downs.
Wow, dodged a bullet on that one.
Yeah.
I tell you.
Those are the lucky breaks that a team might need to pull off an upset on the road, as Riley Rorty drops a wide open pass.
Fans, may I have your attention, please? A black Tesla near the baseball field, UDH 4303. Your car will be towed if you do not move it. Blue Bronco TZP 1592. You need to move yours also. You're blocking the exit. Thank you.
Sure, you guys can hear the PA announcer.
Is giving free string cheese if you stop by. Thank you.
It's Khalil Nash, low snap. He'll keep it himself,
Plenty
and
of
Khalil
space.
Nash has some
Plenty of
space.
space. Oh,
Khalil going to
good
get about
tackle.
8 or 9 yards. Good
That's a
carry
great-
there.
Yeah, that's a great tackle by Jackson Hall, because he might have gone to the crib if Hall didn't bring him down.
Jackson Hall on the stop. Official timeout for an injury.
And someone is down injured.
I'd like to repeat.
I believe that is Grayson Herndon.
Yeah.
Tesla, UDH 43.
So athletic trainer Robin Eldridge comes out, and we'll be back after the injury. Welcome back. Grayson Herndon off the field now. He did walk off on his own power, so that's a good sign for him, as they give Khalil the first down on that carry. So 10:38 to go in the second quarter.
Flint Hill tied 7-7 early second quarter in the other semifinal over Trinity Episcopal.
So in the other game going on right now, Flint Hill 7-7 as handoff to Farley. He is blown up. It's Chris Johnson on the tackle.
It looked like Farley had something, and then Chris Johnson's like, nope.
We're running these sweeps and these zone plays. We need to get more movement up front. Guys have to keep them in front and give Farley and Govana some room to be able to hit a crease.
As they'll give it to Farley again. He bounces
There
it
it is.
outside. Michael Farley, maybe 2 or 3 yards. He's out of bounds.
Chris Johnson again runs him out of bounds.
Now that's how zone play is supposed to look. You get them outside, offensive line continues to move towards the run, and that gives Mike and any back the opportunity to find a place to go.
So 3rd and 4 now for the Saints from the 39. Khalil Nash, he'll take it himself. Nash, it will be short.
Khalil has got to run through him. You can't stop your feet in that situation. You have to meet the defense. You can't stop your feet. He had a chance to get that first down.
Yeah. We saw that last week, or excuse me, no, 2 weeks ago against Trinity when Khalil went down a bit early, as he, on a 4th down, he decided to slide before the line to gain when maybe if he had laid out, he could have been close, but 4th and 2 coming up now. Saints lined up in the I form. Nash takes a snap. He gives it to Omohundro, and he has a first down. Great blocking from that Saints offensive line. And Henry Omohundro gets just enough for the Saints to move the chains.
I don't think Coach Cleveland had a choice on that one. Edison had to go for it. Needed to continue this drive.
Yeah.
If anything, just to give the defense a little break.
There's a lot of that going on right there, I can tell you. That's exactly right. I think his mom could probably beat him in the 40.
He's a heck of a defensive end on this team, though. I know that.
He's also lined up on side right now.
There's handoff to Farley. He gets nothing. No space for the sophomore halfback.
Farley on a carry again.
The Saints are attempting to do a lot of unbalanced line. Excuse me, viewers. The Saints are trying to do a lot of unbalanced line where we have 4 offensive linemen on one side. Benedictine starting to figure it out and overplay on that side.
Nash rolls out. Khalil Nash looks deep. He has a man, and it's incomplete. Stuart Cosby was wide open down the field, but Nash skies it.
That was unfortunate. He had Stewart wide open. Couldn't get his feet set to get it to him.
As a 3rd and 8 upcoming now. 8:33 left in the second quarter. Nash takes the snap. He's going to pitch it to Zoller, and that is blown up.
It should be an incomplete pass.
Yeah.
It should be an incomplete pass, and it is.
As questionable play design there.
When they shifted into that tight trap scale, did you see the Benedictine defense? All waving, all talking about, they knew what was coming. Exactly.
Freddie Barber deep.
And the punt is away from Rogers. It'll be fielded around the 15. And that's a nice tackle there.
Freddie Barber.
I believe that's Harrison Fuller on that special team tackle.
Sounds right. And flags are down.
Flag on the play.
And I think this is an unsportsmanlike conduct on Benedictine.
I didn't see him make a signal.
So the flag will be picked up. But the referee going over to discuss with the Benedictine coaching staff. So just a warning for now. 8:12 left in the second quarter. And this is a big drive for St. Christopher's. You cannot go down 2 scores going into the half. So it is an unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, that must have been a sideline warning because they would have walked that off if it was a personal foul.
So from the 20 now, and Callahan takes the snap. He'll bounce it outside, and he's going to have a pretty nice gain. Jordan Callahan took over, took the direct snap there.
Curley on his stop.
Second and 4 now from the 26. Look at the bottom of your screen. Jack Hall lined up one-on-one with Callahan. No safety help up there. As they'll hand it off up the middle. And this is a good gain. Ball's out! And they'll say he was down before the fumble occurred. So first down. There's Leo Bowling there on the carry. He was one of that big 60-yard gain earlier.
Don't forget one player may still be honored as our players of the game, brought to you by Bunkie Trinity Trophy, celebrating 55 years in business circle.
Brown on the stop.
Jaden Brown on the tackle, the backup quarterback, as that's going to be complete to Bowling, and he breaks off a tackle. Leo Bowling with a big gain up inside the 40. And Benedictine have a pretty good drive going now, as they're going to look to take a commanding lead over this game.
Brown on the stop.
Hurry up offense. They'll run tempo here after the 27-yard pitch and catch. Now they'll stop and look over for the signal on the sideline. Signal comes in, now ready to go. 3 receivers right.
Cody Shelton. He's going to flip it out to Bowling. Leo Bowling, he'll be blown up by Turley. Big tackle from the sophomore linebacker.
Cody fast. Straight to Bowling. Curley on the stop.
Now, that's impressive, Edison. That our smallest defender comes up and makes the tackle. And, you know, it shows you what you can do if you get low and you attack the ball carrier. So hopefully we continue to do that.
And play fake. And that's going to be a first down for the Cadets. Rodri McWilliams.
First down, Benedictine.
Shelton, quick snap outside, same play, and that's going to be blown up. It was Freddie Barber on the reception.
McGuire Boyd with the stop.
And Benedictine on the doorstep of the red zone as we reach the second half of the second quarter.
You know, there is a kind of a rhythm to the Benedictine attack in here. We'll talk about that here in a minute.
Second and 6 at the 24 after that 4-yard completion.
I can see how they pull a couple of those upsets because it's a very pesky type of offense.
As Cody Shelton hands it off, it's Riker Cook. That's a really nice tackle. Turley once again.
Turley again with the stop. Flag on the play.
And this is a very big third down upcoming. Almost feels like the Saints have to get a stop here. As going down 14-0 on the road as time winds down. Would not be in ideal circumstances for them. Penalty against the Cadets.
Yeah, caught him for a hold on that one.
So it will not be a second, or not be a big third down, but it will be a second and long.
Thank you.
So in the 10-yard walk-off takes it back to the 34 where it's second and 17.
Second and 17 from the 34. Shelton looks, he has a man, and that's complete. Freddie Barber on the reception. Let's see where they spot it. And they will say he is short.
Yep, got a 3rd and 1 right now.
So Benedictine gonna run the hurry up. Now they'll slow it down.
Second and 17, you knock out 16 of that, the 3rd and 1, that helps.
Cody Shelton, Riker Cook the back, and Shelton will take it himself. Cody Shelton will have a first down and more. Cody Shelton inside the 10.
Shelton runs for Benedictine. First down. Turley with the stop.
Benedictine has really good tempo going right now. Saints defense is on its heels.
Shelton, he'll keep it himself. That is blown up by Darius Gray. The ball is out. It's recovered by the Saints. It's Henry Alejandro.
Got to block Bowling.
He returns it inside the 50. Darius Gray forces the fumble, and the Saints have a jolt of life here as they have it inside the 45.
Man, we needed a block. I was hoping Gosselin could get in front and get in front of Bowling. If we could have got him, maybe Alejandro would have went all the way. But that was a great play by Darius.
So 4 minutes left in the first half. And the Saints, who do get the ball out of the second half, they could turn this game upside down if they can get points here. It's just one snap ago. It looked like Benedictine was on the verge of going up 14-0. Now, just like that, the Saints have life as Nash gives it to Farley. Michael Farley with a couple of yards.
Doug Clement and Hutchins on the stop.
3.5 to go in the quarter.
Nash looks, and that's intercepted. And Benedictine, and he's still going. And this is going to be a pick six for the Cadets, Jackson Hall. And just like that, the momentum right back with Benedictine. 13-0.
With interception, 64-yard touchdown. Jackson Hall, what a run. Great blocking also.
So a little bit of a difference. That's what I was looking for from the Saints on our fumble recoveries. Our guys getting in front and blocking bowling. And this time for Benedictine on that interception, they got guys in front and just blocked everybody and made a lane for them.
I think the biggest difference is just that Jackson Hall ran over like 3 people.
And he did. That's right. That's
extra point up and good. 14-0 Benedictine. Saints not out of it yet. They get the ball now. They'll get the ball coming out of the second half. So definitely not dead yet, but they need points on this drive.
Yes, I agree. Or at least to hold the ball until the end of the quarter.
Yeah, if this gets to a 3-score game, it'll be very hard for the Saints to make anything happen. I think their hope in this game lies on, by the time their first drive of the second half is over, if they're still at 0 points, it's not going to be looking good for them.
Well, we know we've struggled offensively all year. It's been tough to really put up points. So, you know, when you have those type of turnovers that give the other team points, that really put you in a tough situation. Okay.
Trinity is now taking a 21-7 lead on Flint Hill. Kickoff taken at the 7-yard line and returned across the 20 to the 25, across the 30, and that's about it for this not really set up shot.
Okay. All right, so Saints about to start their next drive.
Pretty good field position as they have it up around the 32.
It's a good return there by Jacob. The Cadets are obviously keying on him, but it would be great if we can get the ball to Jacob in some space. Like, he never really gets the ball in an area where he has some room to work.
Khalil Nash, he'll give it to Farley. Michael Farley breaks a tackle, and he'll have about 8 yards. Solid carry from Farley.
Yeah, Jackson Hall saved a touchdown there. I mean, if he broke that tackle, he would have gone a long way.
Nash, and that's complete. Eric Brown on the reception, and it'll be a first down for the Saints.
Good catch there from Brown. Might have been his first of the year. I'm trying to remember if he's caught a ball in the regular season. I don't believe he has.
McWilliams with the stop.
Clock hits the 2-minute mark to go in the half, and now becomes a factor. 14-0 Cadets.
Khalil Nash from the 45. He'll drop back. He's looking towards Zoller. It's incomplete. Looked like that didn't come out of Khalil's hand the way he wanted it to, as it was not a spiral whatsoever. Nash, he'll hand it off, and barely anything for Farley.
Farley with the carry, stopped in his tracks by Simic.
Great play by Tim Simic.
Third down and 9.
As Nash gonna keep it himself. Khalil Nash, he'll have about 6 yards out of the 9 necessary. I think this probably has to be 4-down territory. And Coach Cleland will leave that offense on the field.
4th down and about 4 for the Saints.
4th and 4. Minute and counting.
So they will let some clock burn, and
He may call a timeout right before the play clock expires and maybe punt it after that. I don't know if it's a good idea to go for it here. It is a slight amount of time left, but I don't know if you want to go for it at this juncture.
And timeout will be taken. We'll be back after the timeout.
We're back with you as Rogers is in punt formation, as we guessed that Coach Cleveland would probably do.
And Rogers does send it away, and that's a very nice punt. Will be fielded at around the 13-yard line by Callahan. So 24 seconds to go in the first half. St. Christopher's down 14-0. So they've struggled mightily on offense. Khalil Nash throwing the pick 6 on the first play after a big fumble forced by Darius Gray, recovered by Omohundro for about a 35-yard return.
Hold him against the Cadets.
And that'll be a kneel. And that will do it for your first half. 14-0 Benedictine, your score. We'll be back for the second half. Hello and welcome back to the second half. St. Christopher's down 14-0, but they get the ball to start off the half.
Cole Drucker.
You got the stats, Edison, from the half. We can go through and update the folks.
Khalil Nash, he struggled in the first half. 3 for 10 for 9 yards and an interception. That was the pick six by Jackson Hall that was backbreaking for the Saints. Right after Darius Gray came up with a big fumble recovery, Nash throws a pick six 2 plays later and killed all the Saints' momentum. Michael Farley on the ground, 12 carries for 37 yards. Nash, 4 carries for 18 yards. Henry Omohundro, 1 carry for 3 yards. Eric Brown, the leading receiver, he only has 5 yards. For Benedictine, Leo Bowling, 5 carries, 87 yards, averaging 17 yards per carry. That can't happen.
That big 68-yarder hurts us there.
Cody Shelton, 6 carries for 26 yards. Riker Cook, 3 for 10. Jordan Callahan, 2 for 6. Shelton, 7 for 10, 67 yards. And the Saints going to look to pull off a miracle here and come back down 2 possessions on the road against the #1 team.
So that's 7 to 10 for Cody Shelton. That's all you really need for Benedictine, that efficiency when he puts it in the air and they're not running with Bowling.
It'll be fielded around the 23. Jaden Brown returns it to around the 27.
Jaden Brown. Stopped by Theo Geyer.
So I was there in the halftime with the coaching staff a little bit. So let's look for more Kovanis in second half, as well as Addison Gosselin, that also may be getting some backfield action.
As Nash hands it to Farley. He will have about 3 yards.
Hutchins and A.J. Jackson on the stop.
I could be incorrect about this, Coach, but I believe Benedictine has ended our season 6 years in a row.
You may be correct.
Yeah, I was hearing someone saying that, and it's a very, very interesting stat. As now it's kept by Khalil Nash. He has some space. Khalil Nash has a first down. Explosiveness from Nash on display.
That's what he can do. He's a very good athlete. We can get him on the flanks and get him out using his legs. That can help us.
He got 6, and that moves the change. First and 10 from the 37. Benedictine up 14-0 early third.
First and 10 from the 37. Nash gives it to Kovanis. Konstantinos Kovanis has about 5. This is a very big drive for the Saints. Just for momentum purposes, they need 6 here. Nash, he will keep it himself, and Khalil Nash will be dropped in the backfield. Big play by that Cadets defense. Terrell Zatalis Holland comes in and makes the tackle, and it'll be a 3rd and 8.
That play was just too slow developing on that one. The fake to Kovanis, I don't know if he was supposed to hand it or give, but it just took way too long. gave the defense enough time to get into the backfield.
Third and 8 now from the 38.
Loss of 3 makes a 3rd and 8 for the Saints. Their own
Khalil Nash.
Nash calling the signals and will now take
Nash from the gun. He pitches it out for Jacob Zoller.
There
and
he
Jacob
is.
Zoller has space.
Get outside, Jake.
Jacob Zoller inside the 20, and he will be dragged down inside the 10.
Awesome.
That's the explosive play the Saints have needed all afternoon, as Zoller with the huge gain, and the Saints are in the red zone now.
Excellent, excellent play. Finally got it blocked up. That's the play that got blown up earlier. We
Yes,
said
it
was
is.
Bad design. It's the same play. Finally blocked it up and allowed Jacob to get some room.
First and goal now from the 6.
First and goal for the Saints.
This has got to be 4 carries. And look, Darius is in the backfield at fullback. I love it. You got to go to Omohundro here.
Yeah.
4 straight times. Use Darius and Omo. See if we can get in there.
And they'll give
There
it to
it is.
Omohundro. Henry Omohundro will be short by about maybe 2 yards. And I think everyone knows that we'll probably see that same play 3 more times.
Yeah, it's coming.
And
Maybe the play action on this one or 3rd down. Maybe you fake
I think
it.
3rd down would
Maybe
be
3rd down, you fake it and try to get into the flank, but I would give it to Omo one more time. He's got to run a little harder here, though.
second and goal from the 3. Henry Omohundro, he is blown up.
Great play by Tim Simic. He blew up the play.
So they'll be on about the 6 now.
Johnson on the stop.
And this has to be 4 down territory for St. Christopher's.
3rd and goal.
So we're back to the original line of scrimmage
So 3rd and goal
to start 1st and goal.
from the 6-yard line.
loss of 2 after the gain of 2, and it's back to
And the Saints take Omohundro out of the backfield. It's Farley as the lone back. Lupica at the bottom of your screen. And now they bring Omohundro in as a fullback. As they will give it to...
There's your
Notice
play
play
action.
fake and
You
Nash
read it.
is
You read it.
dropped. Terrell Zatalis Holland with the huge sack. And the Saints are going to bring the field goal team on. Benedictine's defense comes up huge.
Terrell Holland with the sack. It'll bring a 4th down for the Saints. Attempting a field goal.
It'll be the senior kicker, Jack Slocker.
Jack Stroker.
And Slocker's kick is up and good. So
Kick is good.
Saints get 3.
Benedictine.
Not a bad outcome, but not what they were looking for, really. But it is good for them to just have some points on the board now, and definitely going to give them some confidence.
Absolutely. Certainly needed 6 on that one, but we'll take a big-time 55-yard play by Jacob Zoller. He is just an unbelievable football player.
We're good. How are you? Y'all are doing a great job for stressing, I'm telling you right now.
Jack Sloker to kick off.
Do what you got to do, right?
Oh,
So Slocker to kick it away now. This is a very big possession for the St. Christopher's defense. They cannot allow points here. They need to keep this at a 2-score game. As Slocker sends it away, and that'll be a touchback.
That will be a touchback. Your West Broad Honda drive summary, 9 plays, 61 yards, 5:07 off the clock. A 30-yard field goal by Jack Slocker puts the Saints on the board. Benedictine's lead now 14-3, 6:53 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Followed up on it. signal to a touchback, earnings keep. Coach Whitlow has a special place on the bus for him.
There's some motion now from Callahan as the keeper and Cody Shelton believe he will have a first down.
Cody Shelton on the run. Brown and Beckley on the stop.
Jaden Brown and Deacon Begley made the tackle for the Saints. First down from about the 32 now. Cody Shelton. He will hand it off. Leo Bowling brought down by Omohundro after a gain of about maybe 3 yards.
Leo Bowling on the carry.
It's a good job by Darius just to hang on and slow him down.
Omohundro with the stop.
Omo cleaned him up.
It's a keeper now for Shelton. He'll bounce it outside. He'll be forced out by Turley, but he will have a first down.
Cody Shelton with the carry.
That's what happens when you see the defense shifting a little bit into the wide side of the field, and you've got your
Turley running out of bounds. First down. Get it.
So St. Chris has moved to a 4-man front to try to combat this running game, but they still were able to get outside of Captain Whirl on that sweep.
6-yard run, first and 10 at the 42. Benedictine leads at 14-3, led 14-10 at the half. Jack Slocker's
The 8 that they have in the box right now, the 7 or 8 guys that they have in the box right now have to be able to control the running game.
As there's Bowling,
That's
he'll
just
get
too
about
much.
4.
Yeah, it's too much. You can't give up 4 or 5 yards when you got 8 men in the box.
Stopped by Brandon.
E.B. Brandon on the tackle. As they'll give it to Bowling again. Leo Bowling gonna have a first down and more.
Leo Bowling. Benedictine first down. Turley with the stop.
I mean, even without the 68-yard run, Bowling is averaging about 5 or 6 yards a carry. So there's nothing else Coach Lidley needs to do for Benedictine but run the football.
gain of 10, first and 10 at the 43.
Play really goes more towards the inside.
As Shelton will keep it, and he will be brought down by Walker Turley.
With the run, stopped by Turley.
Brought down there by Walker Turley, who was the leading tackler in the first half.
And almost on cue that time, Shelton faked the ball to Bowling, and he followed Cusinelli on that split penalty.
Gain of 4, second and 6. It's not a hurry up, but it's no huddle. They'll go to the huddle, they'll act like they're going to run, but then they stop and they look for the signal. Now the signal is in. Everybody's set.
Cody Shelton, he gives it to Bowling, and that
That's
is
what we
blown
need.
up.
Beautiful.
Henry Omohundro. Or no, excuse me, that's Captain
Yeah,
Whirl.
Captain and EB.
There as well. We're happening Laurel and several others. EB
Brandon.
in there as well.
And Laurel, excuse me.
That may be the first tackle for loss that we've had other than Darius's
Yeah.
fumble, right? So we need more penetration into the backfield to
Third
affect the
down
running
and 8
game.
for the Cadets.
Will be an interesting decision for Coach Lilly.
So 3rd and 8 now. time winding in the third quarter. The game might rest on this for the Saints as a timeout is taken. And Benedictine takes a timeout, and so will we.
Really important here to read your keys. Big third down. Look for Benedictine to maybe keep it with Shelton, or look to get on the flanks with him on a rollout.
3rd and 8. Cody Shelton.
There he is, rolls
Play
out.
fake. He rolls. Pressure coming. He has Leo Bowling wide open. And that's a gorgeous throw.
Got a penalty flag at the 34. Penalty flag at the 34.
So this might be coming back, but for now, Benedictine leads 20-3.
Ineligible man downfield. Ineligible man downfield is coming back.
It is coming back, so the Saints catch a break.
Again, anytime you have a timeout, a coach calls a timeout, you have to be looking for counters, rollout, something tricky, and they just sneak Bowling out of the backfield, and that's where you have to read your keys. Whoever was responsible for the backfield, obviously their eyes were in the wrong place, and there you go, Bowling gets open.
So the Saints catch a break. Gorgeous throw from Cody Shelton, and the Saints blow the coverage as no one was even in the vicinity of Leo Bowling. But it comes back, and now it's a 3rd and 13 from the 46. Cody Shelton drops back, swings it out, it's complete. The jailbreak screen, and that will be a Benedictine first down. Kamari Venny. And even after the penalty, the Cadets still move the chains.
Great play by Vinny. He ran that play to perfection.
As handoff to Bowling, that's going to be blown up. Omohundro got in there first, but Goslin was the one who brought him down.
Great play by Omo to get to him before he gets going. Any big back like Bowling, you don't want to get him going. It's like a Derrick Henry, right? When Derrick Henry gets going, you're not going to.
Shelton gives it to Bowling again, and once again he is stood up. Evie, Brandon, and and McGuire Boyd in there on the tackle.
Another TFL, another big third down.
And Brandon.
A big 3rd and 8 upcoming. Shelton drops. He goes deep.
Deacon's got to make the play.
Great coverage from Begley. Did he? He did not come down with it.
He almost came down with that. That was an unbelievable throw, unbelievable attempt to catch that. Great job by Deacon to stay with him.
And Deacon does just enough to break up the pass intended for Riley Royde. And an interesting call coming up now for the Cadets, as they will keep the offense on the field now. 3rd and 8 from the 32. Excuse me, 4th and 8 from the 32. Cody Shelton drops back.
There he is.
He's going deep once again.
Elisha, look for the ball.
And that is incomplete.
Good defense by Elisha. Sorry.
There was some contact And Rorty wanted a flag, but he does not get it, and the Saints force a turnover on downs.
So Elisha Asari has been forced into duty. He doesn't usually play much other than special teams. But Deacon Begley is sick. He's been sick for the last couple of days and is really trying to gut it out. But Elisha is stepping in and getting some reps here, and that was a good defensive possession from him. Just needs to look for the ball a little earlier so he won't get that pass interference call and maybe be able to make a play on the football.
So, minute 35 to go in the third quarter. The Saints have life, down 14-3. They can get points here. They're very much still alive in this game.
What other way can we get the ball in Jacob Zoller's hands?
There's Nash.
There he is again.
There is Zoller. Short completion.
Nash's pass complete to Zola. Khalil Moore on the stop.
Hey, 4 yards, we'll take it. Just like bowling, running the football, right?
Yep.
4, 5, 4. We'll take it. We can hitch it down the field. That's fine. Mix it up a little bit. Khalil's 5 of 12 now for 68 yards. 55 coming on that shovel pass to Zoller.
Nash is going to take
like
off,
it.
and
I like
Khalil
it.
Nash
I
has
like
some
it.
space.
I like it.
Up inside the 45. First down and more for the Saints. As
like
a
that
senior
call.
quarterback with a very nice carry.
I like that call by Coach Clellan. Khalil just got to let that thing rip. Run the football. He's a great athlete. Had a 19 or 20-foot long jump last year as a junior. had never long jumped before. Like, he's just a really good athlete. So need to take advantage of his legs.
So in the other game going on, 27-21, Trinity leads over Flint Hill. The winner of that game will either be at home against St. Chris or right here against Benedictine next weekend. As here's Farley. The Saints defeated Flint Hill 27-13 earlier in the season, and they lost at home to Trinity last week, 2 weeks ago. I believe the score was 27-21?
27-24.
27-24.
Yes, sir.
So 2nd and 4. And Farley blown up. Terrell Zatalis Holland. And that will do it for your third quarter. 14-3. Cadets is your score as we go to the fourth. From the 44, this might be a 4-down territory for St. Christopher's as they need points. Down 14-3 and 12 minutes to potentially salvage their season.
I would think something is coming back to the wide side of the field. It's tight formation.
As Nash drops, he swings it out for Zoller. No space. As you were saying, that left side of the field wide open.
Yeah.
I would have maybe thought about running a jet sweep or something along those lines for Zoller over to that side, as if he could have gotten through the blockers, he would have had a lot of grass in front of him. But Christian Rogers now on to punt it away. Rogers gets the punt off as flags fly. I think this might be going against Benedictine.
That would make it interesting. 4th and 6 maybe, and on the 50.
I think you might go for it if this is against the Cadets.
If I have a call, yeah.
If Coach Clellan does have a play he's very confident in, you could definitely see the Saints go for it on a potential 4th and 6 if this is against the Cadets.
Illegal shift on the Saints.
So now Rogers, it's a gorgeous punt. How to be fielded, and he'll be out of bounds inside the 20.
So we gain, Saints gain 9 yards on that one.
So the Benedictine accepting the penalty does not pay off for them, as Cody Shelton in the offense will come out now, and they'll try to look to put together one more drive that could potentially ice this game.
This is where you need a turnover, right, Edison? Like, they're backed up. Can we make a play and now get your offense on a short field to be able to cut into this lead?
Jacob Zoller's been the guy to make those plays all year. We'll see if he can come up with a big play here. It's the handoff to Bowling. Leo Bowling going to have about 4 yards.
Leo Bowling with the carry. Bagley with the stop.
As they'll give it to Bowling again.
Same play.
He will have a first down and more. Leo Bowling down the sideline. He has room inside the 20. Leo Bowling inside the 10. And he will score.
It's another flag. It looks like a flag on the 30. There's a flag on the 35. There's two flags on the play. 2 flags on the play.
Is huge carry from Bowling, but the Saints might have gotten bailed out. And it will be coming back. So a touchdown that likely would have been the nail in the coffin on the Saints season is called back, and they have a new breath of life.
Yep.
Holding against the Cadets.
So 2nd and 7 coming up now.
So 9 yards downfield, so Bowling does get 9
And
yards rushing on that play.
Shelton under duress, and he is brought down. It's Darius Gray. Huge sack for the sophomore, and the Saints defense is 1 play away from getting off the field and getting their offense a chance to get them back in this game.
Great play by Darius. He's been close a couple of times to getting him on the ground, but that time finally got to him.
Hokies up 4th quarter, 48-15, by the way.
Biggest play of the game. 3rd and 12 from the 18. Shelton drops back. Pressure coming. He rolls right. He gets it off. It's complete.
Great catch.
What a throw,
Vini.
but he will be short. So he'll be about a yard short, it looks like. So very interesting call coming up from the Cadets as they will punt it away.
Yeah, I don't think there's any discussion. If I'm coaching Benedictine, that is. I mean, you're up 11 points,
Yeah.
10 minutes left.
Maybe if there's 5 minutes left, you go for it.
Yeah, St. Chris's offense is struggling, so, why give them life here?
As punt nearly blocked by Addison Gosselin, and Zoller will fair catch it around the 37. So you have to feel like the Saints have to get points here.
Yes, need something.
I think no matter what, this is 4 down territory.
Well, and I like what the offense is doing. Now it was Mike Farley, Mike Farley, Mike Farley. Maybe Khalil throws it. Mike Farley, Mike Farley. Now we're varying it up a little bit. Now Benedictine is a little off balance. You see some offense starting to happen for us. So hopefully, you know, get more Cavanas going, get some passing game going. You know, where are our tight ends? Can we hit Omahundro? You know, look for some other guys.
As flags fly, that's against the Cadets. The Saints are going to be pushed up 5 yards. They'll start this drive on a 1st and 5.
Offside, Cadet.
Nash gives it to Farley. Mikey Farley with a lot of room. Farley up inside the 40, and he'll be out around the 37. That's the perfect way to start the drive for St. Christopher's. Mikey Farley with the huge carry.
Yes, that was a great cutback by Mike on that one. I like how he bent that back. I like how the boys are competing right now. That's what I've been saying all week. Let's just go over here and compete. You know, you want the guys to play hard.
Yeah, when they went down 14-0, a lot of teams would have hung their head and given up, but it's not what the Saints have done. Is Khalil Nash dropped in the backfield.
Nash on the carry. Khalil Moore was the stop.
They might want to get to the line quickly, as time not necessarily a concern yet, but also definitely not on their side.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. Clock rolls 9:10 to go in the game. Here on News Radio.
We approach 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 9. Khalil Nash. He'll keep it himself.
Nope, Farley's got it.
Farley's got it with Farley. Wow.
Farley on the carry.
Really nice play fake when you even fake the announcers out, as Farley has about 8. Nash did do a very good job, as you see Tim Simic lowered his shoulder into him. So 3rd and 5 from the 31. Khalil Nash, he'll keep it, and he's dropped. Maybe a gain of 1. Tim Simic on the tackle, and I think unquestionably you leave the offense on the field here.
No question.
Brings up 4th down.
So timeout taken,
Timeout, St. Chris.
and we'll be back after the timeout. So 4th and 3 upcoming from the 30.
Fourth down and 3 for the Saints. The third for the defense.
So this could be the biggest play of the night.
Same kind of look that we had earlier when we were wondering if they were going to come back to his left side. I wonder if this is back to Omahundro. Excuse me.
As Nash rolls right. Khalil Nash buying time. Tries to find anything, flips it. Farley has a 1st down and more. Mikey Farley still up, and he is going to score.
Beautiful.
Mikey Farley with a touchdown. Broke 2 tackles, and the Saints are right back in this.
Hey, that's the improvisation that we're talking about that Nash can bring if you get him out on the flank, and he made a play. He made a play. Big credit to Mike Farley to break 2 tackles there. Man, right back in business.
Somehow Khalil managed to buy just enough time. And Jack Slocker now will take the extra point.
And I'm surprised Coach isn't going for 2
Yeah.
here to make it a 3-point game, but there is a lot of time.
Yeah, and there's no benefit to. Slocker's kick is up and good, but
well,
there
is a benefit if he goes for 2 and misses 14-9. Well, you're right, because if they come down and kick a field goal, it's still a 1-possession game, and then you got to get 2. So
really do not agree with that call. But 14-10 now after the extra point from Jack Slocker.
that was a sensational play by Farley.
Ball by McWilliams deep. Look at the kick off.
As Slocker now will send it away.
Yeah, that'd be great.
It's still 27-21.
Got it. Thank you.
As Slocker sends it away.
Get in the end zone, get in the end zone.
And that will be fielded around the 8. Kamari Venny will take it, and that's a really big tackle. As flags fly, this might have been a face mask.
West Broad Honda drive summary. 5 plays, 62 yards, 2:19 off the clock. The big play in that drive was the 20-yard run by Michael Farley, and then on 4th and 3, the 30-yard touchdown pass from Nash to Farley. Farley doing most of the work, and that is your West Broad Honda drive summary.
And this is a holding,
Holding against the Cadets.
so that'll be pushed back. So backed up inside their own 15. As though give it to Bowling. He stood up.
Leo Bowling with the carry.
EB and Turley.
Hold St. Christopher's forward line on the tackle.
Even if the Saints cannot come away with this win, you have to be very impressed by how they've improved since that game back in September.
No question.
Excuse me, it was on October 6th. No, it was September 29th. As they're
deep
going
ball.
deep here. Jaden Brown with the good coverage. Wasn't a
Great
catchable
job.
ball anyways.
Way inside.
As boos rain in from the Benedictine fans. I think they might be a bit biased there.
Absolutely. That was great defense by Jaden. Again, would like for him to look for the ball. It's always good for DB to look for the ball because you have just as much right to it as the receiver. But that was a good play. And, again, uncatchable. The ball was way in the middle of the field.
So 3rd and 8.
Huge play here. Watch Sheldon scrambling.
Cody Sheldon, he drops.
There he
He's
is.
under pressure. Just gets it away. It's incomplete.
Nice play by Jack Hall.
Really good job from Shelton to get that ball away, as inches away from a safety. So the Saints defense forces a 3 and out, and they will take over with 7:19 left, and they can take the lead on this drive.
You started to see the tackles for loss on defense that we asked for. You see Darius, Omahundro, McGuire starting to really get wound up and get into the backfield.
Entirely new team that's come out in this second half as they get the punt away.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Not a good one.
Get away.
And that'll be fielded around the 41. So the Saints will get the ball. And this is when the decision of not going for 2 is very questionable, as if they went for 2 and got it, they'll probably only need 20 yards to set up a field goal that could have tied the game.
Keep moving the ball. And Jacob is all the way at the bottom of the screen. That's the first time he's been out there.
As Nash
Oh,
is
man.
nearly
Oh,
intercepted.
jeez.
Not sure what he was looking for.
No, me either.
There's no receiver in the area. I don't know what Khalil saw.
We have second down and 10.
7:06 to go, 14-10.
It looked like the play call was all hitches, and Isaac Lupika kept running. So I'm not sure where the confusion was there. But number 18 for Benedictine, Rodri McWilliams, read it better than our receiver did.
Khalil Nash, motion from Cabanas. From the 42, he pitches it. It's Jacob Zoller.
Get outside, Jake.
Jacob with a very good gain. He'll have a first down. That
It must be a
nearly
hold.
was a horse collar. As it looked like his jersey ripped. Oh no, he just pulled out the shoulder pads.
There's a flag.
I think
down.
that-
It's probably a hold. Yeah. We'll see.
I think it might be a horse collar on the Cadets.
I'm hoping so.
Where's
It's right here on the 40.
Ooh,
So that's where our receivers were blocking. So I was just wondering if that was.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it is a hold, so the first down comes back. So 2nd and 20 now. And
Second and 17. We got 3 yards on the play before they called the
that's
hold.
true.
So we got a little bit of yardage.
Second and 17 now from the 50. Khalil Nash going to give it to Farley, and that's going nowhere. As I'm not sure I agree with that play call. Running the ball on 2nd down and 17, very questionable.
Third down and about 16 for the Saints.
So 3rd and 16 now for the Saints. It'll be interesting to see what they look for. Motion from Cabanas. Khalil Nash drops back, pressure comes, evades the defender, gets it off, and Cabanas gonna gain about 3 yards. And I think the Saints probably have to punt this away.
I agree with that.
A.J. Jackson to bring up fourth down and long for the Saints.
Back them up again. See if you can get them to go 3 and out.
So the Saints' season hangs in the balance. Their defense needs to come up with a big stop. Christian Rogers gets the punt away. That's a beauty. It'll be returned around the 13, and this is a huge return. Barber up around the 50, and flag is down. Drew Pendlebury looked like he got him by the helmet, so I think this might be against St. Christopher's.
It's a flag on the other side as well.
Maybe a hold on the Cadets. Then
I mean, Benedictine has 10 penalties for 83 yards. The Saints only have 3 for 20.
winning the penalty battle is definitely the reason the Saints are still in this game. Though Coach Lilly on the sideline yelling at the Benedictine players to stay back. I think this might have been a sideline penalty against the Cadets, and they already have a warning, so.
Yes.
Virginia Tech up 48-22. Liberty at the early third quarter leading Old Dominion 30.
He's talking to Coach Lilly, so.
Quarterback for Liberty, 3 touchdown passes, 2 touchdown runs. JMU up 13-0 on Connecticut in the second.
So Benedictine starts from the 43. Handoff, Leo Bowling. He's brought down. Walker Turley once again.
Leo Bowling with the carry. Turley on his stop.
The Saints are about to get a dose of Leo Bowling this whole entire drive.
Under 5 minutes to play here at Benedictine in the VISAA semifinal. First seeded Cadets in a dogfight. The fourth seeded Saints. Benedictine 9-1. St. Christopher's 5-4. Handoff once again to Bowling.
Nobody's
he has some
there.
space. Leo Bowling breaks the tackle. He's up inside the 30. Leo Bowling with a big carry.
Benedictine has done a fantastic job smashing down the line of scrimmage and has been able to get Bowling outside.
First down, Benedictine.
Handoff once again to Bowling. And he has some space, but that's a really nice tackle there.
Jacob Zoller.
Bowling on the carry. Zala on the stop.
Never needed a turnover more than right now. A penalty, a tackle for loss.
3 yards on that one, 2nd and 7 at the 25.
So 2nd and 7 from the 25. Pitch to Bowling. Leo Bowling will have a first down as he hurdles Jacob Zoller.
Leo Bowling. Zala on the stop. First down, Benedictine.
The only good thing about that play is that he got out of bounds to stop the clock.
.323 left. The Saints, they can afford a field goal, but they have to keep the Cadets out of the end zone, or else this game likely over. Handoff once again for Bowling, and he's blown up. E.B. Brandon and Walker Turley in there.
Brandon with the stop along Turley.
Bowling again.
Bowling, he has some space, and he will be, let's see where they spot it.
It's like it's down to the 8.
So he'll be short, 3rd and 1, and this is a season-defining play. QB sneak, and he will have it, and he stays up, and he scores. Wow. Cody Sheldon and Benedictine. That's the touchdown they've needed, and it's not over yet, but definitely kills the Saints' chances.
5-yard touchdown. Shelton. Drucker going to take the point after.
An extra point up and good. 21-10, Benedictine now.
St. Christopher's 10.
Where are we at on breaks in the second half? So 1 break to go in game.
As Benedictine on the verge of ending the Saints season for a 7th consecutive year.
Drucker to kick off.
To look to try to extend their careers at the Saints. Some of them will go on to play in college, like mainly Omohundro, going to the University of Virginia. As it's kicked away, and not a good kick at all. Fielded by Asari, and he fair catches it.
Only 2:16 left. Passing is not your strength, and the defense knows that you have to pass it. So it's just a tough situation to be in. But hopefully we can get the ball in some of our playmakers' hands and see if they can do with it.
Khalil Nash swings it out for Farley, and he'll be out of bounds after maybe a yard or two.
Run out of bounds by A.J. Jackson.
Nash gonna roll out. He's looking deep.
Good
He
ball.
has Jacob Zoller,
Good
and
ball.
what a catch!
Great catch by Jacob. He laid out
Incredible
for that
catch by the senior, and the Saints are gonna speed this one up. We're under 2 minutes to go now. I think that's the best ball Khalil's thrown all year.
That was a beauty. Pretty pass.
Nash rolling, looking, and incomplete. Target was Eric Brown. Minute 43 to play. From the 42, Khalil Nash hands it off to Farley, and he has about 6 or 7 yards.
Chris Johnson with their next natural hit.
Yeah, I like the looks of that play, but obviously it was aided by the fact that Benedictine was playing a little bit loose on defense. Just,
3rd and 3 for the Saints.
Time winding down. The Saints need to hurry this up. Minute 20 to play now. Nash drops. Under pressure. Screen to Farley. He dropped it. And that,
He had some room, too.
the refs didn't see a blatant unnecessary roughness there as Jackson Hall shoved Cabanas down after the play. And if the Saints can't convert here, their season will end. 4th and 3. Khalil Nash keeps it himself,
Get
and
upfield,
he will
Khalil.
have a first
There you
down
go.
and more as he's out of bounds.
That's it.
Nash with the first down for the Saints.
The Saints only 2 timeouts remaining. That is also something to note. Nash goes
Going to
deep
Jacob. Jacob's got him.
and
Oh,
nearly
safety came
intercepted.
over. That's a good play by the safety.
Great coverage there.
Number 7, Connor Pleasance, came over and made a great play.
2nd and 10 upcoming with a minute 2 to play.
Broken up by Pleasant and McWilliams.
To go in the ball game. St. Chris down 11.
Nash
We're in
looking,
motion.
goes to the end zone, and
Yeah.
that is intercepted. As flags fly, I don't think this will stand, but for the moment, Pleasance has an interception. He's gonna bring this back up inside the 37 as unnecessary roughness on Darius Gray is gonna come as these two teams getting into it on the sideline. As the Benedictine student section about to go on the field. Another flag flies. As Coach Clellan goes to talk to Darius.
A lot to sort out here. There was a flag before, I guess, during the before
Yeah.
the interception. There's a flag after that. So a lot going on in this play. A lot to figure out.
And then there was more, and then the gesturing back and forth and the mouthing, and now the officials are talking to Lance Cullen at the middle of the field. There was
And
also a flag.
not sure exactly what the referees are discussing with Coach Cleland around the 50.
Let's see. Illegal shift. That's what I saw, yes. Jaden and Isaac Lupica were in motion at the same time. That's declined. Man, we got a dead ball person fouled on Darius. Well deserved. Dead ball and sportsmanlike as well, and that's on Benedictine. Okay. Those penalties offset, first down. So we basically have an interception for Benedictine that would end the game.
And the Saints will fall to the Cadets in the playoffs for the 7th year in a row, but they have a lot to be proud of this season. And Benedictine can kneel it twice to end this game. And before this game ends, we just want to thank all the seniors on this team who have given a lot to this program. So Jacob Zoller, Khalil Nash, McGuire Boyd, EJ Seward, Eric Brown, Miller Porterfield, Jack Hall, Thomas Mullins, Ashton Applewhite, Jackson Banning, Walker Mullins, Henry Omahundro, Captain Worrell, Coleman Bowles, Bo Stocks, Jack Nelson, and Jack Slocker. Thank you to all the seniors as time winds down here at Benedictine. And this will do it once they kneel it down one more time. And your final 21-10, Benedictine moves on. They'll be playing for the state championship next week. The final fall stream from SCC TV. We thank all of you who have tuned in for a great fall season, and we hope to provide you guys with more great content in the winter and the spring. This was SCC TV. We thank you all for tuning in. Saints fall 21-10.